Have you ever experienced knocking on a door that closes in front of you, only to discover that it was a blessing in disguise? Today, we delve deeply into the ability to change the game in the face of refusal. Inspired by the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, I invite you to imagine a world where every denial doesn't knock you down, but propels you forward. Rejection, an expression that often causes pain, can turn into a drive to achieve greatness. It's not about deceiving destiny, but about understanding that, sometimes, the universe's denial is a veiled invitation to something greater. Feeling neglected, disregarded, or unappreciated. The time has come to change the script. In this video, we will uncover 4 impactful lessons that teach you how to explore the power of rejection. We are not just talking about theories. Here we present practical, everyday strategies that you can incorporate into your life. Before we start, let's make sure this knowledge reaches as many people as possible. Subscribe, click the like button, and turn on the notification bell. This shows YouTube that you're finding value in what we share. Now, let's embark on this transformative journey together. You are ready to turn your refusals into your greatest achievements. When life offers you the cold shoulder of indifference, don't be shy. Get over it. Setting aside those who ignore you is not an act of pettiness, but rather a forceful assertion of your own merit. Lesson number 1. On the stage of life, we are constantly challenged by a series of obstacles, and rejection is one of the most common experiences we face. However, allow me to present a different perspective on this much-feared topic. Instead of seeing it as a blow to our self-esteem, why not see it as an opportunity for self-improvement? Stoic philosophy, which has enlightened minds and hearts for centuries, teaches us that true strength lies within ourselves. Self-esteem is not something we should look for in others, but rather cultivate in our own being. And it is precisely when we are ignored or rejected that we are challenged to look within, to find our value regardless of other people's opinions. Being ignored is not a sentence of failure, but rather a chance to become stronger. Resilience, this admirable quality, is not born in times of prosperity, but rather in the midst of adversity. It is when we are faced with indifference that we have the opportunity to show what we are made of. Instead of letting ourselves be put down by other people's silence, we must rise up with even more determination. We must turn rejection into fuel for our journey of self-discovery and personal growth. Every no received is an opportunity to reinvent ourselves, to become better versions of ourselves. Therefore, I invite you, dear viewer, to embrace rejection not as an obstacle, but as a stepping stone to success. Cultivate your self-esteem, strengthen your resilience, and remember that your validity does not depend on the approval of others. Be the master of your own journey and turn every challenge into an opportunity to shine. May the light of Stoic philosophy guide you on this journey, empowering you to face rejection with courage and wisdom. For it is through the storms that we find our true strength. Lesson number 2. In a world filled with uncertainty and challenges, Stoic principles emerge as a beacon of wisdom, guiding us through the storms of life. In this context, the importance of maintaining composure, focusing on personal development, and not seeking external validation are highlighted as essential pillars for a meaningful and fulfilling existence. Composure, this state of inner balance, is the result of a mind trained to face the ups and downs of life with serenity and firmness. In the face of rejection, indifference, or adversity, it is composure that allows us to remain steadfast on our journey, without being shaken by the judgment of others. Rather than seeking validation in praise or external recognition, the Stoics encourage us to find our own validity within ourselves. Personal development then becomes not just a search for external success, but rather a journey of self-discovery and inner growth. It's easy to get lost in the endless quest for approval from others, but the Stoics remind us that the true measure of our worth lies in our ability to live according to our deepest principles and values. We should not be slaves to other people's opinions, but rather masters of our own narrative. By focusing on personal development, we cultivate an inner strength that allows us to face life's challenges with courage and dignity. Every obstacle becomes an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Therefore, I invite you, dear reader, to embrace Stoic teachings and apply them to your own life. Cultivate composure in the face of adversity, pursue personal development as a journey of self-discovery and learning, and remember that your validity does not depend on the approval of others. May Stoic philosophy inspire you to live a life of authenticity, courage, and wisdom, where you become the architect of your own destiny and find meaning in even the most challenging circumstances. Lesson number 3. Amid the vicissitudes of life, finding happiness and inner tranquility can seem like a challenging task. However, Stoic teachings show us that the true source of contentment lies within ourselves, and that we can cultivate it through simple but powerful practical advice. Focusing on your own happiness is more than a simple aspiration. It is a conscious choice that we must make every day. Instead of seeking joy in external achievements or validation from others, the Stoics remind us that genuine happiness comes when we find peace and satisfaction in who we are and what we have in the present moment. Maintaining emotional calm is an invaluable skill that allows us to face life's challenges with serenity and mental clarity. In the face of adversity, rather than allowing ourselves to be consumed by anxiety or fear, the Stoics encourage us to take a deep breath, find our center, and respond with wisdom and discernment. Engaging in life-enriching activities is a powerful way to cultivate a sense of purpose and meaning. Whether through the practice of meditation, contact with nature, art, music, or service to others, finding moments of connection and fulfillment helps us transcend everyday worries and nourish our soul. Therefore, I invite you, dear reader, to adopt this practical advice in your own life. Cultivate inner happiness, remain emotionally calm in the face of life storms, and engage in activities that feed your soul and expand your mind. May Stoic philosophy be your guide on this journey of self-discovery and personal growth, empowering you to find peace and contentment even in the midst of adversity. Lesson number 4. In an increasingly connected world, it can be tempting to endlessly seek attention and approval from others. However, sage Stoic advice reminds us that our true essence lies not in the number of followers or friends we have, but rather in the quality of the relationships we cultivate and their alignment with our deepest personal goals. One of the most powerful guidance we can receive is to cut off contact with those who ignore or reject us. Although it may seem like a drastic action, this practice frees us from the emotional burden of seeking approval from people who don't value our presence. Instead, it allows us to direct our energy where it really matters, building authentic, meaningful relationships with those who support us and value us for who we are. Instead of losing ourselves in the desperate search for external validation, we are challenged to look within ourselves and pursue our personal goals with determination and focus. This shift in perspective empowers us to live a more authentic life aligned with our deepest values, away from external pressures and expectations. Focusing on building meaningful relationships provides us with a source of support and inspiration that strengthens us in times of difficulty. By surrounding ourselves with people who encourage us to be the best version of ourselves, we create an environment conducive to personal growth and emotional flourishing. Ultimately, pursuing personal goals gives us a sense of purpose and direction in our lives. By committing to what really matters to us, we find a source of internal motivation that drives us to overcome obstacles and achieve great things. Therefore, I invite you, dear reader, to embrace this philosophy of life and cut contact with that which no longer serves you. Focus on building authentic relationships, pursuing your personal goals, and living a truly meaningful and fulfilling life. May the journey of self-discovery and personal growth be your guide on this journey, empowering you to live with authenticity, purpose, and fullness.